Today we're going to look at factoring quadratics when a equals 1. Well, what does that mean? Every quadratic, when you put it in standard form, highest exponent to lowest exponent, when you have something with an exponent of 2, that's called a quadratic. The number in front of x squared, when that's a 1 or there's no number there, that's what we're dealing with today. We're going to factor these, which means we're going to break these up into two things multiplied together to give us this as an answer. Now, what does that really mean? Let's look over here. So first off, we're about to do this process backwards. Now, you know what it's like to distribute. I'm going to take x times x gives us x squared. X times negative 5 minus 5x. Do it again with the 3. 3x, 3 negative 5, negative 15. And then from here, we have to combine like terms. X squared minus 2x minus 15. So these are our two factors. You multiply them together, you get your answer. We're now going to work backwards. We're starting here and looking for this. So let's start over here with that. Always want to start off with blank parentheses. And now you're asking yourself, what times itself gives me x squared? Well, the only thing that's going to happen, x and x. Now, here's where the challenge comes in. The next question is, what two numbers multiply together to give me 24, but then add or subtract to give me 11? Well, let's come up with all of our pairs of numbers, all of our factors of 24. 1 and 24, 2 and 12, 3 and 8, 4 and 6, and then you come back to 6 and 4, which you don't need because we just have that. So these are all of your factors of 24. Of these, what multiply together give me 24, but then add or subtract to give me 11? This will give me 10, no. That'll give me a 10, no. 8 and 3. So in order to get a positive 11, I need a positive 3 and a positive 8. We say plus 3, nope, plus 8. That's factored. We just factored the quadratic. Let's try this again, this time with a negative in the middle. So always want to start off with blank parentheses. What times itself gives me x squared? X. Now we need to say what two numbers multiplied together give me 21, but add or subtract to give me a negative 22. So we'll hold off on the negative thing for a second. What two numbers multiplied together give you 21? 1 and 21, 2 no, 3 and 7, and that's it. Okay. Of these numbers, can I get a 22 by either adding or subtracting? This, I can get either a 4 or a 10. Doesn't work. Up here, I can get a 20 or a 22. Okay. Now, if I want to get a negative 22, 1's got to be negative, 21's got to be negative. So, negative 1, negative 21. Factored. And lastly, so now we have two negatives here. It's okay. Start off with blank parentheses each time. What times what gives me x squared? X. What two numbers multiplied together give me 24? Ignore the negative for right now. 1 and 24, we have a list over there. 2, 12, 3, 8, 4, 6. I need to come up with a 2. No. Here I can get a 2. Now, I need a negative 2 given these two numbers. Positive, negative, and now when I plug them back in, plus 4 minus 6, you now have a factored answer. Now, how do we know that these are actually correct? Well, you can go back and check all of them. When you check them, you're just doing this same process that we did over here in red. So let's do that one more time. X and x squared, x and 8, 8x, 3x, 24. Do these give us an 11? Yes, that matches up. Congratulations. Do it again. X and x squared, x and negative 21, negative 21x, minus 1x, plus 21. Do these give us negative 22? Yes. This is factored correctly. Good. Let's check one last one. X and x squared, x and negative 6, 4x, and then minus 24. Do these give us a negative 2? Yes, it does. Everything else matches up. Everything in red is our check, and they all work. Everything in the blue box is factored, and that is factoring our quadratic when a equals 1.